Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Backstrom University. That's right, we have t-shirts. um, my family did this like 7 years ago. So yeah, I thought it was kind of fitting for this program. And I unfortunately had John help me with all my technical stuff last year, and I don't remember how to do the picture in video, the slides. Sorry, I forgot. And I have a 3-month-old baby, and I've been sick for 4 days, so my brain is not working right now. So anyway, back to the program. Backstrom University, very nice campus, as you can tell. Our mascot is the Sierra Mountains, and we are a school based on progressivism. So progressivism in education was part of a larger social political movement of general reform that characterized American life in the late 19th and early 20th centuries as America sought to adjust to massive urbanization and industrialization, the big boom, and as educational theory arose as a definite reaction against traditional education, which had emphasized formal methods of instruction, mental learning, and the literary classics of Western civilization. Progressive education must be seen as both an organized movement and as a theory if one is to understand its history and impact. Which history and impact, good stuff. In both of these aspects, it's advocated a central core of principles. So it's not my page with the heroes, but just quick things. So 3 people that were big influences was John Dewey, Sigmund Freud, and John Jacques something French. So Dewey has made his contribution as a philosopher of the pragmatic school who wrote a great deal on the philosophic undergirding of education and attempted to validate his ideas in his laboratory school at the University of Chicago. The Freudian theory bolstered many progressives to argue for more freedom, self-expression among children, and a more open learning environment in which children could release the energy of their instinctive impulses in creative ways, which we all know as educators, children have a lot of energy. So to get to release them in a creative way would do a lot of good. So metaphysics, quick overview of that. I say our daily morning physical activity is a great way for students to learn about the metaphysics with the teacher and group leaders observing and participating in the activity, and then advising, giving feedback on the areas of improvement. So real quick, from learning last semester about the school in Naperville, Illinois, that Paul Zintitsky or whatever came up with the physical education program that students need to do education in the morning. Whoa, there's skylight, sorry. In the morning to help boost their grades and stuff, which this school's actually gotten like top 5 in a couple different areas, all against China all over the world, and I think even #1 in math, I believe it was. So yeah, obviously doing physical activity in the morning I think pays off, getting the oxygen to the brain and getting your endorphins going, and probably just starting your day off something more pleasant than going straight into bookwork. Epistemology, the group work would be guided leadership, will be a great way for students to learn through self-discovery. I decided that in our classes we break groups up into 3 to 5 students, depending on class size, and each week a different person in the group would be the leader, and they would be in charge of the activity they do every morning, organizing the homework, study groups, whatever, just kind of putting people in charge of what areas they would like for the assignment they're working on. I think, yeah, so 3 weeks if it's a group of 3, and then you'd switch groups, 4 weeks if it's a group of 4, so on and so forth. And then axology, this is going to be great for our students who will learn in ethics and aesthetics through working together, reflection of their work, problem solving skills, and skills as individuals and in groups. Obviously they'll be doing stuff on their own, but most of it will be in group work too, but everybody's got their own part in a group. So here's some of my heroes, big influences. So we got Alexander von Humboldt, because he's just pretty much discovered everything everywhere and was an amazing outdoor just guy that obviously, if you've been around, you should have heard of him, probably. I could probably get some facts on him, but I didn't, sorry. John Dewey, Sigmund Freud, Jean-Jacques Rousseau, and then my parents. Daniel Paul Backstrom, Patricia Elizabeth Backstrom, both educators, and I think just growing up, they had their own kind of form of progressivism, teaching me, my sister, because they didn't really give us wrong or right answers. They would agree even if we were wrong, and kind of, you know, you come up with your ideas and your answers from something that you've learned. So if you're learning, you're being progressive, I guess. So worldviews, our goal as a school is that students research and implement success stories from all over the world about environmental resources, plant science, biology, and different successful systems used to improve these areas. We will also have physical education activities that will include games from all over the world that students get to do every morning. These students should be allowed the choice of free will and can exercise that right when attending our school. So here's a little close-up of my shirt. And this is my family all wearing our shirts when we got them 7 years ago. Or 6. So I didn't get on a program to design my own school, but I found this really cool picture of a school back in the Renaissance, and I thought that that would be kind of how my school would want to be, where it'd be inside, or not inside, it would be integrated with all of the land that we're going to use for school around it. My school, I'd love for our cafeteria to be food that we grow, or that it's grown in the local community. It doesn't necessarily have to be by students, but local farmers would be good. This is a Renaissance period, so if you want to dress in Renaissance at my school, you probably could, but I wouldn't say it's mandatory. Our plant would be the redwood tree, beautiful tree. Here's me pulling my cousin out of a redwood tree. Fun fact that I learned about the redwood tree when I was going to school at Humboldt, there's over 210 different species of ferns that live on the top of redwoods. I thought that was pretty amazing. And just tallest tree in the world, and me and my family are all really tall. Our last name means mountain stream in Swedish, so I thought it was kind of fitting. Our grading system, I would use something similar to Aries, just because then you could check your progress every day. Or if parents wanted to check, you know, they're paying for you to go to school or whatever, they might want to make sure you're passing. And I think that way you can check your score, and then if you dispute something about your score, you can bring it up to the teacher the next day and it's fresh on your mind, what you did, and then it'd be easier probably to dispute your score that way than a month down the way when you wouldn't possibly remember it. So class structure, I kind of already went over that with the groups 3 to 5. Most of our classes would be outside. I'd say probably 75% outside, 25% inside. Athletics would be a big program for me. I would say if we could do it, we could do our own school programs, but then like I know with like mountain biking right now, high schools, they just do, it's like a club outside of the school that you create. I think you still use faculty members from the school itself, but the program itself is not through the school, it's through its own separate entity, and I think that might be better for insurance purposes and stuff like that for them. Not sure. But yeah, we promote anything outdoor activities, kayaking, frisbee, ball golf, mountain biking, snowboarding, hiking, spelunking, whatever you could think of. And real quick, our mission is, our goal is to provide a wide array of programs and activities that promote understanding of social, economic, and environmental issues. We help individuals prepare to be responsible members of diverse societies. We will be the premier center for the interdisciplinary study of environment and its natural resources. We will be renowned for social and environmental responsibility and action in our city and state. And this is a picture I just took today, actually, of my parents picking, what are they, persimmons? Yeah, right. Out on their tree, going gangbusters out there. We got 22, I think, different fruit trees out there. They grow a lot of their own food. It's pretty awesome. And that's it. Sorry if I kind of rambled and my throat's messed up. I've been sick for like 4 days. Hope all's well.